back to a new episode of TBH. I'm your host, Jay Specialist, creative director and founder of the Beerheads Craft Beer Apparel line. Let's get into today's episode. On today's episode, we're going to look at an 8.6% ABV Imperial Pumpkin Beer from the Southern Tier Brewing Company. This is their one and only Pumking. Let's get this into a glass, and I'll let you know what I think of this one. Wow, very bready in the nose. If you go on their website, they talk about picking up pumpkin pie crust, and you do kind of get that sweetness of that crust. So it's kind of like that bready crust with a hint of like vanilla, a little bit of allspice, sweet maltiness, nutmeg, definitely a little bit of that pumpkin-like cookness to it. But all that allspice, nutmeg, that you know, spicy phenol character in this is just fantastic, and it smells like this is pumpkin pie in a glass with a mix of vanilla to it. It's freaking amazing. You don't really pick no alcohol at all in this one. Wow, that's amazing. You get all that bready, crusty-like character, almost like a bready crust. But I'm definitely picking up all that nutmeg, allspice, vanilla, almost like a cooked pumpkin, a smoky pumpkin. Not smoky, but like a cooked, burnt pumpkin character to it. And it's not like a burntness. It just has that nice just sweetness that you would get from the pumpkin meat from it. Some clove. It just has this whole sweetness to it, and the alcohol balances everything out, because you can get a little bit of that sweet alcohol character from it, and it's not anything that's harsh from, you know, for being so high in alcohol. It actually balances it out the beer a bit. A phenol character to this, almost like a nuttiness to it. It's fantastic. Southern Tier's Pumking, 8.5% ABV, limited release from Southern Tier Brewing Company. You guys, this is fantastic pumpkin beer. I'm not really into all these spicy pumpkin beers, but when it's the season, you know, and All Hallows Eve and everything, this is just one of those beers that you want to drink. I've had a couple pumpkin beers from, you know, Shipyard all the way to Dogfish Head and so on. And to be honest with you, this is probably hands down one of the more nicer ones, because it gives off almost the actuality of, you know, a lot of pumpkin beers give it all that allspice and all that clove, nutmeg, and a pumpkin, but it doesn't really, you know, you get the, you know, idea of pumpkin pie, but this literally has a crusty-like character to it. It almost has like a pumpkin pie vanilla crust character, which I really dig on this, which is probably, this is probably hands down the best pumpkin beer that I've had, besides Uinta's Oak Jack, which is a fantastic barrel-aged pumpkin beer, which I'm not going to compare the two because it's barrel-aged, but this is hands down one of the better pumpkin beers I've had to date, you guys. If you can find this one, definitely pick it up. It's worth trying, and it's probably going to be hands down one of your favorite pumpkin beers as well, you guys.